Alright, quick update on GMT. Let's see what's going on today. Well, as you can tell, I'm sure all of you are already aware, the market is having a dump right now. This is being led by Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently taking a plunge below the 39,000 level, and it is leaving a sour taste in all the altcoins' mouths. GMT included is unfortunately starting to move down a little bit. Now, we do have a lot of areas of support, and that is what I'm going to talk about in this video. So, to start with, we are currently backtesting your all-time high, or should I say your previous all-time high from back here. Our new all-time high is all the way up here at this 1.618 fib. We are, we've already had a backtest of the all-time high. We came into, some of these mid-term EMA ribbons. On the 4-hourly EMAs, we are currently coiling up, just consolidating on the short-term moving average at the top of these EMA ribbons. So, honestly, out of a lot of altcoins that I've seen in the past day or so, in the past 8 hours really, GMT is holding up a lot nicer than a lot of them. Now, that does not mean that GMT can't, fall through the floorboards, because it 100% can. If Bitcoin puts in a daily close, and I did just talk about how I believe the altcoin market will be affected if Bitcoin puts a daily close below 39,000. If you want my full in-depth views of that, go check out the Bitcoin video that I have just uploaded / probably about to upload after this GMT video. And very quickly, if Bitcoin continues to push down, if we don't have a reversal on the daily very quickly, then I could imagine that GMT could be having a push down. Now, I'm not 100% convinced that we will be seeing that, because there are a lot of strong supports for Bitcoin being built up where we are right now. Also for GMT, the bullish momentum, it is still here for the bulls. If we come over to the daily time frame, it is starting to subside a bit, and that is probably because we've come up to the 1.618, come back down to the previous all-time high. So we do need to have a reversal pretty quickly. We've retested this all-time high multiple times now, so we really need to get out of here. Keep your eyes on $3.12. In my opinion, if we have a push below there, then the only real thing that we've got holding us up is the long-term moving averages coming in at approximately $3. We also have a 786 that I do not think is going to provide a huge area of support / resistance. You can see we haven't really respected it too much. Obviously, you wouldn't include the 786 from here, because you would have drawn this from low to high. So, the only real action we've had around this 786 is right here. And you can see we broke through it on the 4-hour like it wasn't even there. It wasn't even a daily resistance. The 618 was, the big area of resistance. You can see we ran into it multiple times, and once we finally flipped it, we came back down, back tested it, and started to head up to the races. My stop loss is personally down here at the 618 fib. I've talked about this in a lot of my videos, but we did get in GMT somewhere down around this region at 40 cent. We are now up about 9x, or we're up more than 9x, but if we come down to my stop loss, I will be stopped out in a 9x profit. I would be okay with that if that happens. Obviously, I would rather see higher price targets for GMT, and I still do think they are on the table. GMT is holding up very nicely. We've had a breakout of this asymmetrical triangle. We've come back, we've back tested it. We've also back tested the all-time high, and we're really hovering around these regions. However, even though GMT looks good, it is all eyes on Bitcoin right now. And that is why you can kind of throw your altcoin analysis out the window, because if Bitcoin decides to landslide, it's not going to matter how bullish your altcoin is, it's probably going to come down. There are a few market outliers today. For example, Doge is up a tiny bit, Ape is up, it has come down a little bit since earlier, but Ape is up. KNC is also up, that's good, we're in a trade on that as well. Everything else is pretty much down. Yeah, literally everything I cover is down. The dollar is heading up, which is not a good sign for the crypto market either. We really need to see a top for this. So GMT is really at a crossroads right now. Once again, I remain bullish on GMT while we are in this big uptrend, and I've talked about this. The 4-hourly EMAs best define this uptrend. The worst move, or should I say, when we incepted on these when we incepted on these 4-hourly EMA ribbons, we've always had retests of them, and we've always held it. There's only been 2 or 3 times where we've had a slight move below these 4-hourly EMAs. You can see we had almost a 6% move, we had a 7.5% move, and this was only a tiny move out of the EMA ribbons. So the worst case scenario I see, because these, you know, these EMA ribbons are quite far up right now. So in theory, if we have an 8% move to the downside like we've previously done, we should bottom at $2.80, and then once again the trend would be your friend until the end, and these EMA ribbons will probably hold. However, if we push down below $2.80, then we will be breaking this general uptrend that we've been having on the 4-hourly EMAs. Not only would the 4-hourly start to turn down, but the hourly EMA ribbons would have probably flipped bearish already. So once again, I am very bullish on GMT at the moment, but it all does come down to what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin decides that it wants to, you know, take a shit on the table, then unfortunately your altcoins are probably going to die over the next couple of weeks or so. Now, that could mean that, you know, leveraging yourself into Bitcoin, having a higher Bitcoin allocation, would be very sensible, and that is personally what I'm doing right now. Today I haven't been accumulating any altcoins, but I have been smashing the buy button on Bitcoin. I talked about this in my Bitcoin video. I don't want to make this video too long, so go check out my Bitcoin video if you want to hear, you know, what I'm buying and what I'm doing in the market today. However, for GMT, we are still very bullish. I personally wouldn't want to see a move below $3.05. However, if we do, $2.80 needs to hold. If we come down to 280 and have a huge reversal, get back above these EMAs, it would be a situation very similar to this accumulation range we did here. And then that could mean, you know, we might have another accumulation phase before we do go up in the next couple of days or weeks or so. So 270 is, or 280 rather, is really the last line in the sand. I do not want to see a throwback to the 618 fib. If we do, once again, my stop loss is at $2.70. I will be stopped out in a profit, and then I'll be sitting on the sidelines waiting for that macro momentum shift to the upside again. That is all I see for GMT. Best of luck if you're in it. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market. And yeah, always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.